Hello, welcome to December 30th Butterfly Trade HD 416%. Let's start looking at the numbers. Let's go to the end numbers and then we'll show how it all happened. And here it is. We got out at $225. As you can see, the order ticket here or the execution, eliminating the cost and the fees, comes out to a net of 479.60. Let's go across with the numbers across the top. Of gross 225. $43 was the cost of the option. I will prove that later. Came up with 182 for the exit of the cash out, minus 2.4 for the fee, give me a net of 179.60. 179.60 profit divided by the 43 comes up to 416%. So now I have made the claim and I have now shown the proof. And let's go deeper into the proof, and that is right here. We'll start here. There is the order ticket. That's the exit order ticket. Let me go to the first order ticket. This is the setup ticket right here for your butterfly. And I got the 420. Now, how did I get the 420? I'll be going back to the chart to show you that. So to keep in mind, 420 was my sell. I was playing the low sides, buying the low side of 410, buying 430 on the high side with an anticipated cost of $52 with a 948 return, which was I projected out to be some ridiculous ROI, some risk ratio return of 18 to 1. Okay, that's in a world of fantasy, people, but it's a guiding post. It says, okay, you hit that target, you're going to be looking good. But if I get 1 to 1, I get my buying power back and get 1 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, as we're going to see now. That's all good. So here we are. We got the exit, and there's the proof of the pudding of what it was cost. It cost $43, and we got out 182, and then with 182 minus $2.40 for the new commission fees, it came out with a net of 179.60. All right, let's go look at the chart and see how this is all set up. So this setup happened here. This was Wednesday. I like to look at the butterfly options going 2 weeks or less. Now, as you see in my previous video on ATVI, I think that's ATVI, correct? Yes, ATVI, right. I set up an option, I set up a butterfly, and at the conclusion, I said, I really am not happy with this butterfly. Why? It's 3 weeks out. Yes, it's January 21. That's 21 days plus this. That's 3 weeks. I'm not comfortable doing butterflies beyond 2 weeks. That's my foundation rule. So I made a mistake setting that up, but because I already did it and I recorded it, I am not going to change it. I'll live with it. And as a learning lesson, if you're going to get into the butterfly trades, do try to stay within 1 to 2 weeks out, because that's the most accurate of price action, barring any catastrophic event that might crash or actually uplift the stock price beyond your butterfly ranges. Okay, so there it was. So now how did I do this line? What I did this line was I did my 3 to 1 ratio, and in my past studies, I have discovered that if by keeping it with a relatively nice average candle, it usually hits the 3 to 1 quite frequently. We're risking 1 unit to make 3 units. So I put out my 3 to 1 measuring stick, and then I drew the line as a straight line straight up and said, okay, 420, 419, it came out 419.91. And there is a learning lesson here, but let me get into this. Let me finish this, wrap this up. So that was how I determined my 410. When I determined my 410, then I came to my options chain, and in my options chain, I came here and I clicked and it was 420. There's 420 right there. At the time that I got in, you saw from the previous slide that it was at 410, 420, 430. So that was what it would happen. So let's just, if I click this and buy butterfly today for 1 day, it's going to cost me no money. I'm going to make 260 profit, providing that it hits 420 tomorrow. Not likely. Let's stay in the world of reality here. So we'll go ahead and close this up. I was just demonstrating that as to how I did that. I'm going to do a butterfly setup at the conclusion. So watching the clock, here we go. So now what we got to come into the three criteria. What did we do right? What did we do wrong? And what could have done better? What we did right was take money off the table. Look, price was going away from my 419 target at 411. I'm $9 away and I'm 1 day away. I said, you know what? It's not going to happen. So therefore, I'm going to grab the table. I checked I checked where I was. I called TradeStation to make sure I did it correctly, and they walked me through it to confirm I did do it correctly. And they actually told me, if you sell right now, you're looking at about 100. You're looking at 225 gross return. And I said, yeah, 225 gross return minus $43, 482 minus commissions. Yeah, you're looking at 179. 179.60, and we hit it right on the button. When he spoke, I hit the buttons and boom, we got it. All right, so now going forward to set up this trade, we are going to set up a butterfly. I've discovered this regression channel, which is much more accurate, and I'm going to go 5 candles out. So now it comes out there. There it is. We're anticipating that the price is going to be flatlining during this first week of January. And our center line is at 413. That's the center line. So what I'll come down to my center line. And we're now going to look for a butterfly option in and around 413. We don't worry too much about the accuracy of the pennies. 413 is your general number. And now we'll come back to the options chain, and we're going to the January 7th. And the January 7th, we're going to come down here. I already select butterfly. And when you come to your, this is in TradeStation, the same thing happens on Thinkorswim. You can come down and pick your automatically what you want in your option. If you want straight options, you go single, and that's your calls and puts. If you're looking for your bull put spreads or your bear call spreads, this will be your verticals. And we're now going to go to butterfly. There, butterfly. We want that 413 in the center, so it's right there. Look, the closest we get is 412.5. So I'll click here, go buy, and there it is. $16 is my risk. Potential 234 is my return, which is comes out to about 15 to 1. Like I said earlier, anything above 1 to 1, it's a good day. And you saw we got 4 to 1. So now we set this up, and now we're going to go ahead, and then we have to go to limit order. We can't do it on market. And then we have to go to activation rule. And in the activation rule, we have to come here to Home Depot again, add. And now the closing price today, I forgot to look at the closing. Oh, we want to get it in with the price traction going in the up direction. So with that said, I'll say okay. I want, if price breaks 413, single click, activate my butterfly. Now that means I will probably get filled. I will probably get filled a little bit higher than the $16. Well, you know what? Since we are thinking about the 412, what was the close? The close was 409.90. I'll round that off to 410. I'll take it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So 410. We'll take that butterfly at 410. If it hits 410 or better, it will trigger the butterfly and we'll be in the trade. And then we hit OK. And now we'll come here to place order. And it says right there, $16. Now, it's thinking $16. Oh, no, activation 410 is still accepting for $16. And now we're going to hit OK. And the order was accepted. You know how I know the order was accepted? Because you don't hear that grumpy old man say, order rejected. So how do we confirm it? We come over here to the account panel, and there it is. Oh, I got 2 butterflies going in here. So I'm going to be capped to cancel one of them. The 631, the $31 one. We're going to cancel that. So can we cancel the 420 and say yes. And now there's a butterfly that we just set up, 415. 415 to 410 with 412 in the center point. There it is. There it is, right there. As anticipated, $16. Okay, guys, that's it. We have concluded, and we got ourselves a nice little butterfly trade coming up. And we'll see you with the next winning report. And I thank you for stopping by and checking it out. Bye-bye.